right.
You are so happy.
I am. I love it. What are you talking? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what. Let us know in the chat, everybody. We're thinking about messing around with the music. So as you know, this is the usual. Now we've got a new option we're trying today. Right? I kind of like this. We got one more we'll give a shot. We'll try tomorrow. But that's today's intro. So I am professional Scrum trainer Ryan Ripley. This is professional Scrum trainer Todd Miller. Together we run Agile for Humans, the premier Midwest something Scrum training, Kanban training company in the world. I don't know.
In Northeast, right?
In Northeast. Yeah, so we run a training company. We wrote a book together, Fixing Your Scrum. We do this daily show. We do a lot of other shows here on the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe so you know when we release. Leave us some comments. Drop your questions in. Your questions become future videos. So it's kind of a magical little process that happens. Or we just stay up late making videos. One or the other. I have a challenge to our community, Todd, before we get into today's question.
Oh, like
so I have
down.
gotten we're here. I'm dropping the. Oh, yeah, that's not it. I didn't want that. All right, here's what we're doing. I have received a countless number of requests for our merchandise. Mm-hmm. They want the burn down hoodie. They want the Agile for Humans t-shirt. They want the hats. I'm going to make everybody a deal. We need 10,000 subscribers to sell merch on YouTube. Did you know that, Todd? I looked up the rules. I checked the book. 10,000 lets us put all that stuff up. We're at right around 4,000 right now. So if every one of you out there tell 2 of your friends about the YouTube channel and get them to subscribe, we'll put the merch up. Sound good?
I think it sounds good to me. And so to be honest with you too, we love the fact that you're really interested in merch. We also this what we're talking about today, right? It kind of segues really good into that. Is we also try to maintain focus in what we do.
Yeah.
And so by doing that, sometimes it's a trade-off. I think from a metrics perspective, though, if we can get the subs to 10,000, then it makes sense for us to do that.
And it's also turnkey. So YouTube helps us out with that.
Perfect.
It's perfect.
So we had been talking about doing so. Yep. Anyway, okay.
Tell 2 people,
like
get them to subscribe, get your whole Scrum team to subscribe. If we can get to 10,000, we will pump out the merch. We'll keep it marked down real low. We're not going to make a ton of money off of it. We just want to get out in the world. Help us, we'll help you. But we love the fact that you're interested in it. We love the fact that you're here. You're all doing awesome work in the comments. We really appreciate it. You're showing up for the live shows. Thank you so much. All right.
Here we go.
How does the Scrum value of focus help Scrum teams win? What do you think, Todd?
You know, I think about focus in my own life, right? And I'll admit to you, I have a hard time focusing on anything, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure you have the same thing with work. When you sit down and you're going in every single direction, you don't get anything done. You don't ever get anything done. And so for me, if I just say, hey, and you and I do this together in Operating Agile for Humans, at 5:30 until 6, this is the one thing we're going to do. Think about that with us when we have so much stuff going on. We are going to meet at this time and we're going to do this. We're going to absolutely focus on getting that done. You know what? We always get it done.
We do.
Yeah. When we approach it with a different strategy, that's not always the case.
Yeah, I think that's super important. And for Scrum teams, right? Focus is built into the framework. You know, your sprint goal informs you of what's most important during a sprint. Your product goal informs you about what's most important over a series of sprints. But it also gives us, focus can even go deeper, right? You know, Todd, how many times have we seen a team who gets blocked? And instead of focusing on that most important thing, they just start something new. Mm-hmm. And now we have 2 things that are going to eventually be late, right? Because now we're splitting our focus from the one thing to 2 things. That first thing becomes unblocked. Now we have 2 problems, not one. And so it can help us make better decisions too, right? If we're blocked, everybody swarmed to get unblocked or find a detour or get through it as opposed to getting distracted, right?
Yeah, you know, and I think something else that focus can do is it gives us the ability to pivot when we are unable to focus.
Yeah,
particular thing because where maybe maybe the market has changed direction, and we need to change our focus from one thing to something new because a competitor came out with something. Or maybe we have that blocker, and with that blocker, there's nothing we can do to unblock it. We're stuck, right? Focus also gives us the ability to change focus and to trigger conversations, right? So we're focusing on this thing. It's just not possible, or we need to change. It's a trigger for a conversation in somewhere, maybe with the product owner, maybe with the organization, maybe somewhere else.
You know, what I like too is if we pull in an agile principle, simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done is essential. What focus would tell us is take this thing that we think is big and narrow it to the minimal but sufficient. That is also a function of focus, right? Only doing that minimal but sufficient and nothing else. And that helps us keep moving forward, keeps us moving towards our goals. I think there are a ton of opportunities all throughout your day to leverage focus, to use focus, as Todd said, as a triggering device to provoke a conversation, as a means to deliver the minimal but sufficient, as a means to know your purpose, why you're doing work. I think focus just, it plays so well across an entire spectrum of activities and ideas throughout a day that if this is not prominent on your team, if you haven't talked about focus in a while, fire this up for the next retro. Ask the team, how do we exhibit focus? How do we leverage focus? How is focus a competitive advantage for us? How does it help us win? And see what they say.
Yeah. And how do we get more of it?
I love it. What do you think, Todd? We good?
It's a wrap.
You know what that means, don't you?
Time to focus
on the end screen.
On the end screen.
Check it. All right. It's been a long day, everybody.
It has, yeah.
Check out the socials, right? We do a lot on Twitter, LinkedIn, not so much on Instagram yet, but we're working on it. Like and subscribe, right? Know when we're dropping some new videos. We dropped a new Fixing Your Agile coaching today. We've got some Fixing Your Agile metrics coming out later this week. You don't want to miss it, so like and subscribe. Remember, tell a couple friends, get them to sign up too. We'll get the merch flowing out the door. Check out the videos below. The algorithm thinks you'll like them. We do too. Leave us your comments, ask your questions, help each other out. Your questions turn into future shows, so we'll check those out as well. Today, leverage focus, right? Check with your teams, see if they're focused, and if they're not, set a sprint goal, set a product goal, get with the team, see how you can get them just a little bit more focused on what's next, and we'll catch you tomorrow.